You there, listener. Take heed and like this video should you face the wrath of Lin Moyu in disgrace towards the human race. Mwahahaha. After reading the information about the secret realm, Lin Moyu asked aloud, why don't you just destroy it? With the ability of God Venerable, he believes that this kind of secret realm can definitely be destroyed. There are two kinds of secret realms, one is acquired, and the other is naturally generated in the big world. The secret realm they are going to now is the secret realm naturally generated by the big world. But since it is restricted to those below the true God realm, it means that the level of the secret realm itself is not high. The divine exalted realm is fully capable of blowing up a secret realm of this level. Zhu Qian said, it's not difficult to blow it up, but the things inside will fly in all directions while exploding. We can't predict where the Lord Yiyu's laws and stars will fly to. If they fly into the demon's territory, it will be difficult to get them back. The demon clan also really wanted to get the law and stars of God Venerable Yiyu, so they also did not take the risk of blowing up this secret realm. Once the secret realm is blown up, the things inside will fly around, and no one knows where it will fly. Both sides wanted to obtain the laws and stars of Lord Yiyu, so both sides tacitly did not do anything, and fell into a delicate balance. But Lin Moyu is also a little worried, if we get the law star and the demons know about it, will they take action and blow it up? Then we may die in the space explosion, or be thrown into the demon's cave territory. Lin Moyu's worry was not unreasonable. Zhu Qian naturally understood, no, they won't know. Similarly, if the demons got the law stars, we will also not know. So this is a gamble, and the bet is God Lord Yiyu's laws and stars. Are there any other questions? Xuanxuan asked in a low voice. It is written in the information that it seems that the most powerful creature in the secret realm has power equivalent to that of a true god. Hearing her words, she seemed a little worried. It is indeed written in the information that there may be a true god realm, but it is not completely certain. Zhu Qian nodded. The specific location of this secret realm is still close to the demon clan's territory, so we don't get a lot of information. Quote, based on the limited information, we deduce that there may be true god-level creatures inside. So you guys must be careful. If it is true that things cannot be violated, life-saving is the most important thing. Several people asked a few more questions, and Zhu Qian answered them patiently. The information Lin Moyu got from their conversation was that the laws and stars of Lord Yiyu are very important, and if possible, get them as much as possible. But if it really doesn't work, it's important to save your own life first. The current 5 people, including myself, are all geniuses of the human race, and there is no room for loss. After the 5 people had no problems at all, a small warship appeared in the sight of the 5 people. Lin Moyu was slightly startled. The warship was only 10 meters long. Before it appeared, I had no sense at all, and its concealment was extremely high. Lin Moyu even felt that it would be there all the time, but it was not always in an invisible state, and he didn't notice it at all. Not only him, but the other 4 were also beaten by the sudden appearance of Zhan Xiang. According to Zhu Qian's introduction, the warship named Yin 10 has the strongest concealment among human warships. It is very safe to use it to escort 5 people to the secret realm. Lin Moyu guessed that there were at least 10 such warships. After a few people entered the battleship entered the stealth state again, and then went straight into the subspace, advancing towards the secret realm at super light speed. A few minutes later, the battleship, Yin 10, flew out of the subspace, and at this time it had completely entered the territory of the demon clan. The Hidden 10 battleship was silent. No matter whether it entered the subspace or left the subspace, it did not make any movement, and did not even leak the breath of law. It is like a black hole, devouring everything, as if it does not exist. Soon, a gap was seen in the line of sight of several people. The gaps are full of light, like a beautiful thread hanging in the starry sky. Behind the gap, it seems to be another world. This is the entrance to the secret realm. It looks small from a distance, but when you get closer, you will know that it is actually huge. This gap is at least hundreds of thousands of kilometers long, and its width is over tens of thousands of kilometers. Some smaller stars can be directly stuffed in. Around the entrance of the secret realm, the aura of law is very strong, and the starry sky continuously bursts out with brilliant light. The army of the human race is fighting the army of the demon race. The fight is extremely fierce. The law roared, and weapons flew horizontally. When the battlefield comes, the weakest fighters are all true gods. Once they fight, the momentum will be extremely powerful. The hidden 10 warships took them through the fierce battlefield, but no one found them. As Zhu Tian said, they will attract the attention of the demon clan, and will hold back the gods of the demon clan so that they can enter safely. The battleship quickly passed through the law-staggered battlefield, approaching the entrance of the secret realm. The battle situation at the entrance of the secret realm became more intense, and this place already belonged to the battlefield of the God King. The laws of the King of Gods are more magnificent, and the laws set off huge waves, rumbling endlessly in the starry sky. The few people in the battleship were frightened. This was the aftermath of the battle, and it was enough to kill them. But even so, the God Kings still didn't find the hermit battleship. The hidden 10 warships took them and flew to a certain position at the entrance of the secret realm. The voice of the sky sounded, "This is where the law and stars entered that day. You go in here, and finding the law and stars will have the greatest effect." Quote, "With a teleportation card, activate the teleportation card whenever there is danger, and you will be teleported back to the human territory. Remember that the teleportation card can only bring you back, not the laws and stars. Pay attention to safety. I hope you can return safely." At this time, Zhu Tian's voice came from Lin Moyu's ear. "Laws and stars are important, but the most important thing is that you come back alive, remember." This sentence was said to Lin Moyu alone. In Zhu Tian's eyes, Lin Moyu's life is more important than the laws and stars. Lin Moyu nodded lightly. The gate of the battleship opened, and 5 people rushed out of the battleship as fast as possible and rushed into the secret realm. At the entrance of the secret realm, colorful lights flow endlessly. In addition, the God Kings fought endlessly, and the laws roared, but no one noticed the 5 of them. The hermit battleship left silently, stopped far away, and lay down on the starry sky. Things. The entrance to the secret realm is like a water curtain being pierced. Inside and outside the water curtain are 2 completely different worlds. This secret realm number 893, from the number point of view, is close to Galaxy 89. Although it is said to be the junction of the 2 races, it is actually more of a demon clan's territory. The secret realm is as colorful as it can be seen from the outside, and it is extremely gorgeous. The elements here are rich, the laws are obvious, and the breath of elemental laws is everywhere. All kinds of element laws are intertwined together to form mottled colors. Boom! A violent explosion occurred in the distance, and a mushroom cloud rose into the sky. The explosion was extremely violent, and the shock wave swept from a distance, like a sharp knife hitting everyone. Jia Man squinted his eyes. Just now, the law of fire and the law of water collided, and water and fire were incompatible, resulting in an explosion. Zhao Li looked at the situation in the secret realm. Every color here is an elemental law. There are many conflicting properties in the elemental law. It is estimated that such explosions will not be rare. Jiang Feian also whispered, "It seems that the environment here is very bad." Although it is only a secret realm of the super god realm, it can be marked as high-level danger, which shows that the situation in the secret realm is dangerous for the super god realm. Xuanxuan whispered, "The secret realm is so big, how do we find it?" Jia Man said, "The law that Lord Yiyu is good at is the law of extreme freezing and cold rain. Where the law stars are located, there must be corresponding laws. We only need to follow its laws to find the law stars." Jiang Feian rolled his eyes at him. "Follow the rules, how can it be so simple? Now here are the laws of elements, where can I find the laws of extreme freezing cold rain?" In Secret Realm 893, there are too many elemental laws. There are all kinds of laws, intertwined with each other. It is really difficult to distinguish. They are like headless chickens for a while, not knowing where to go. Just when everyone was having a headache, Lin Moyu pointed in one direction, "Go there." 344 looked at Lin Moyu suspiciously, and Jiang Feian said bluntly, "Why?" "There is the breath of other laws." Lin Moyu directly expressed his feeling. His soul quality is as high as the 4th rank, which has reached the category of gods. The sensitivity of the soul far surpassed the 4 of them. Even many god kings are not as good as Lin Moyu in terms of soul. Lin Moyu sensed the laws that did not belong to this secret realm, and pointed out the direction directly. However, he was not sure whether these law breaths belonged to the devil, or to Lord Yiyu. The distance is a bit far, and you can only judge it when you get close. Believe it or not, Lin Moyu has already taken the lead and flew in the direction he pointed. Since the 4 of them don't know what to do, trust your own judgment. Seeing Lin Moyu's direct action, Chia Man and Zhao Li looked a little unhappy. There was anger in Chia Man's eyes. I really don't know how to live or die. The secret realm is not safe. Zhao Li said softly, it's just a little guy of the 6th level of super god. Even if the law is a little bit stronger, it's not much stronger if you die. How can you not know the severity? Jiang Feiyan laughed lightly. I think Brother Lin, ACEB, is pretty funny. Xuanxuan pouted. I think junior brother Lin should be right. While speaking, she glanced at Zhao Li, obviously not satisfied with what Zhao Li said just now. She is also the 8th level super god, and she is not as good as Zhao Li in terms of pure cultivation, and she also took advantage of the law, but Zhao Li looked down on her. Xuanxuan is not big in stature, but he thinks a lot in his head. After finishing speaking, he followed Lin Moyu and flew away. Only women understand women, Jiang Feiyan snorted softly, shut up if you can't speak, and offend others. After speaking, Jiang Feiyan also followed. Zhao Li was a little confused. He was talking about Lin Moyu. He looked at Chia Man, but Chia Man couldn't figure it out either. Now 5 people have left 3, what else can they do? They can only follow. Lin Moyu doesn't care whether they follow or not, he has his own ideas and will not be influenced by others. Once approved, it will be done to the end. As for Zhao Li's opinion of himself, it's up to you, as long as it doesn't hinder me. The distance is a bit far, and you can only judge it when you get close. Believe it or not, Lin Moyu has already taken the lead and flew in the direction he pointed. Since the 4 of them don't know what to do, trust your own judgment. Seeing Lin Moyu's direct action, Chia Man and Zhao Li looked a little unhappy. There was anger in Chia Man's eyes. I really don't know how to live or die. The secret realm is not safe. Zhao Li said softly, it's just a little guy of the 6th level of super god. Even if the law is a little bit stronger, it's not much stronger if you die. How can you not know the severity? Jiang Feiyan laughed lightly. I think Brother Lin is pretty funny. Xuanxuan pouted. I think junior brother Lin should be right. While speaking, she glanced at Zhao Li, obviously not satisfied with what Zhao Li said just now. She is also the 8th level super god, and she is not as good as Zhao Li in terms of pure cultivation, and she also took advantage of the law, but Zhao Li looked down on her. Xuanxuan is not big in stature, but he thinks a lot in his head. After finishing speaking, he followed Lin Moyu and flew away. Only women understand women, Jiang Feiyan snorted softly, shut up if you can't speak, and offend others. After speaking, Jiang Feiyan also followed. Zhao Li was a little confused. He was talking about Lin Moyu. He looked at Chia Man, but Chia Man couldn't figure it out either. Now 5 people have left 3, what else can they do? They can only follow. Lin Moyu doesn't care whether they follow or not, he has his own ideas and will not be influenced by others. Once approved, it will be done to the end. As for Zhao Li's opinion of himself, it's up to you, as long as it doesn't hinder me. Xuanxuan flew over to catch up with Lin Moyu, and flew to the side to look at Lin Moyu. Are you not angry? Lin Moyu smiled. There are so many good people. Xuanxuan pursed his mouth, looking a little cute. That guy can't choose what to say, he really can't speak. Lin Moyu looked at her appearance, knowing that she was of a higher level and older than him, but she looked more like a child. At the super god level, it is no longer possible to accurately judge age by appearance. However, people in the big world generally have simpler thinking, which may be related to their too comfortable growth environment. Unlike Small World, who changed jobs in his teens, he was already on the battlefield in his 20s. Under the super god realm of the great world, they are still studying hard and cultivating hard. Seeing that Lin Moyu didn't speak, Xuanxuan thought Lin Moyu was still angry, so he reached out and handed him something. Hey, I'll eat it for you. Eat something sweet and you'll be happy. What was handed over was something like a lollipop. Lin Moyu couldn't laugh or cry, he really treated himself like a child. This senior sister, who is more like a child, seems to have a mother's love in her heart. Under Xuanxun's earnest eyes, Lin Moyu lived up to her kindness and took it with a smile. Thank you. Xuanxuan waved his hand generously. You're welcome, you're welcome. Jiang Feiyan came to the other side. Which galaxy is the younger brother from? Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't hide it. I was born in a small world, and after leaving the small world, I went to Galaxy 98. It turned out to be a genius from the small world. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Jiang Feiyan's voice was crisp and sincere. Although the super gods who come out of the small world are not necessarily geniuses, it is an indisputable fact that the proportion of geniuses is relatively high. Although Jiang Feiyan was somewhat polite, what he said was the truth. It turns out that he is a genius from the small world, no wonder he is so conceited. Zhao Wan's tone was a little eccentric. Lin Moyu didn't turn his head back, his voice drifted out slowly, whether it's conceit or self-confidence, you may not be clear. Zhao Li sighed, it seems that junior brother Lin is very confident in his own strength. Lin Moyu chuckled lightly and didn't answer any more. Zhao Li suddenly felt very uncomfortable. Lin Moyu's behavior was simply ignoring himself. Zhao Li's face gradually turned cold. Junior brother Lin, you will offend people like this. Lin Moyu shook his head. I didn't intend to offend anyone in the past. If someone is narrow-minded, it's his own problem and has nothing to do with me. You. Zhao Li clenched his fists, his anger welling up. Jia Man shook his head at him, signaling him not to be impulsive. Jiang Feiyan became vigilant at this time, and glanced at Zhao Li. We are a team now. If there is any personal grievance, we will follow the rules of the human race when we go back. The rule of the human race is to go to the arena to solve the problem. Except for the ring arena, no place can kill each other. Otherwise, the higher-ups of the human race will lower down the thunder method and impose heavy punishments. This rule applies to everyone, even if the god violates it, the result is the same. Zhao Li naturally knew that he was just angry, but he didn't know how to do it. He stared at Lin Moyu, and when he returned, he might not really want to find Lin Moyu for a trip to the arena. Lin Moyu stopped suddenly, and everyone also stopped. Xuanxuan asked, what's the matter? Lin Moyu pointed forward, there are secret creatures here. Because the laws are intertwined, there are powerful laws everywhere in the secret realm. These laws have no master, just like natural weapons, flying around in the secret realm. They have to avoid the law when flying, so they don't fly fast. Flying hundreds of kilometers, I haven't encountered a secret creature, which is indeed a bit strange. According to the data, there are not many creatures in this secret realm, and they will be reborn in a short time after death. One of the reasons why the demons have kept this secret realm is that it can be used for training. In the direction Lin Moyu was pointing at, there was a raging flame burning there. Not a real flame, but the fire of law. The fire of law burns nothing, even if it has no roots and no source, it can burn the air and is difficult to extinguish. Jia Man felt it. I only felt a law of fire, and didn't see any creatures. Zhao Li also looked forward, with disdain on his face. It's just a group of fire laws, what kind of secret realm creatures? Nonsense. What he is good at is the law of fire, which is a variant of the law of fire, the law of blazing flames. His feelings about the law of fire should be the clearest among all. Zhao Li said it was just a law of fire, and everyone felt that it was probably right. But Lin Moyu said that the creatures in the secret realm. Zhao Li snorted softly, then let me see what kind of secret creature it is. As he spoke, he walked to the front of the team and waved his hand. The law of blazing flames turned into a flaming broadsword and slashed across. Boom! The flames exploded, and the power of the law of blazing flames was indeed not weak. Zhao Li just followed up with a blow, turning a 1,000-meter radius into red ground. The law flames rose into the air, not only burning the heavens and the earth, but also burning other laws. The rest of the laws in this area were driven away, leaving only the law of blazing flames. With the heat wave coming, Zhao Li was a little excited. How can there be any creatures in the secret realm? Before he finished speaking, Jiang Feiyan exclaimed, be careful. A creature wrapped in flames rushed out of the flames and rushed towards Zhao Li. The attack just now was done by Zhao Li, which locked Li. It really is. Zhao Li shouted, and a big knife appeared in his hand, and the flames on the big knife turned into a flaming knife. This big knife can carry laws, and its power is not weak. Zhao Li did not retreat and counterattacked, slashing out with a big knife. The law turned into a 1,000-meter giant foot, beheading the creatures in the secret realm. The creature in the secret realm didn't dodge or evade, it took the blow abruptly, its speed suddenly accelerated, and it rushed towards Zhao Li like a teleportation. Zhao Li remained calm in the face of danger, swung his big knife, and swung out again. Secret realm Lingsheng waved his claws, and collided with Zhao Li's sword, making a metal impact sound. Law field, open. Zhao Li let out a low shout, raging flames rose all over his body, and the field of laws suddenly opened. Lin Moyu and others retreated quickly, they didn't like to enter other people's law field. In the field of other people's laws, oneself will be suppressed, and no one likes this feeling. Zhao Li opened the field of law and got into a ball with the creatures in the secret realm. The creatures in the secret realm are very fast, and their combat power is not weaker than Zhao Li. The key is that its whole body is covered in flames, and it is not afraid of the law of fire. Zhao Li's blazing law couldn't do much damage to it. With a flick of his finger, Lin Moyu got the information of the creatures in the secret realm. Flame Beast. Level, Super God level. Characteristics: special creatures formed by the laws of the fire system, have strong immunity to the laws of the fire system, and have a certain resistance to physical attacks. Jia Man, Jiang Feiyan, and Xuan Xuan were all doing the same thing as Lin Moyu, using detection techniques to learn about each other's information. This is already the basic operation of the human race. After getting the information, several people knew that Zhao Li was in trouble. Zhao Li's strongest strength is the law of blazing flames, but now he is restrained by the flaming beast, and he can't even display a tenth of his strength. Jia Man asked, "Brother Zhao, do you want to help?" Zhao Li gritted his teeth and glanced at Lin Moyu. No need. He fought for his breath, not wanting to be underestimated by Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu shook his head secretly. This person is not wise. In his view, it is not easy to fight because of his own strength. There is no way to overcome the laws. There is not much benefit in holding on. But since Zhao Li didn't ask them for help, he naturally wouldn't do it either. Standing in midair, he looked around. Under the careful induction, the surrounding situation can be seen in the bottom of my heart. There are many secret realm creatures around, and there are all kinds of laws. In the perception of the soul, the breath of law that does not belong to the secret realm is moving. The distance between them was shortened just now, but now it seems to have opened up a bit. If you follow the current route, while avoiding the laws of the secret realm, you also need to fight with the creatures in the secret realm. 0. Ask for flowers. The forward speed will be greatly slowed down and the time will be extended. Suddenly, Lin Moyu looked in another direction. His eyes seemed to have crossed thousands of mountains and rivers, and saw extremely far places. From another direction, Lin Moyu sensed the breath of the devil. The breath of the devil is very familiar, he has dealt with it for so many years, there is no mistake. Now he is 90% sure that what he sensed before should be the law and stars. The demons also seem to have found the right target, and they are rushing towards the law star, and the speed is not slow, and the distance is not closer than them. Glancing at Zhao Li, Lin Moyu frowned. Waste of time. Xuan Xuan asked, "What's wrong?" Lin Moyu said, "I sense the breath of the devil, the previous one should be the law star." "That's right, now we have to hurry there to get the law star before the devil." Xuan Xuan didn't doubt what Lin Moyu said, and glanced at Zhao Li who was still fighting with the creatures in the secret realm. "What's wrong with him?" Jiang Feiyan said in a low voice, "How about I help him, but I'm afraid he won't be happy. The law and the stars are the most important thing, and he can't control too much." He pointed his finger at the creature in the secret realm, and the red light flashed past. Fusion spell, Curse of Time. The creature in the secret realm suddenly screamed, its soul collapsed, and it died on the spot. Zhao Li suddenly lost his target and angrily said to Lin Moyu, "Who asked you to intervene? There's no time for you to waste here." Lin Moyu snorted softly, and flew away directly. Jiang Feiyan glanced at Yue Li, shook his head, and followed immediately. Xuan Xuan snorted, "Time is precious, do you understand?" Jia Man just said lightly, "Let's go, the law and the stars are the most important thing." Zhao Li glared at Lin Moyu angrily, put away his sword, got up and chased after him. He hates Lin Moyu more and more. But Lin Moyu's strength also surprised him. The creatures in the secret realm just now had clearly reached the 9th level of super gods, but they were killed by Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's strength cannot be underestimated. However, he also knew that he could kill the opponent in seconds only because of his attributes. He felt that perhaps it wasn't that Lin Moyu was too strong, but that his attributes were restrained. "Tinky boy, after completing the task, will I teach you how to respect your seniors?" Lin Moyu flew at the forefront, chasing the aura of the law and stars and rushing straight away. At the same time, he also paid attention to the aura of the demons. The demons were closer to the stars of the law, and the situation seemed to be very unfavorable for them. But Lin Moyu also knows that even if the demons get the law stars first, they may not be able to take the law stars out. It's just that if something happens, it's better to get ahead of the devil and hold the law and stars in your hands first. Along the way, I encountered the creatures of the secret realm again. Before Lin Moyu could make a move this time, Jiang Feiyan, Xuan Xuan and Jia Man all made moves one after another. As long as they don't encounter creatures in the secret realm whose attributes are incompatible, they can also quickly clean them up. Jiang Feiying controls the law of flash and thunder. After the field is expanded, it covers a radius of 1 kilometer. Within this range, she is as fast as lightning, and her whole body seems to be teleporting, so fast that it is hard to fathom. With a pair of jade palms, each strike has lightning flashes and thunder, which is extremely powerful. Jia Man's sharp gold law is also fierce. With a sharp sword in his hand, it not only cuts iron like mud, but also cuts everything. Thousands of golden sword chi swept out, tearing the creatures in the secret realm into pieces. What surprised Lin Moyu the most was Xuanxuan. This petite and delicate little girl next door unfolds the field of law, which makes people feel the chill rising from the bottom of their hearts. It's not the kind of freezing cold, but a kind of chill from the inside out. It's as if the soul is about to be frozen. She didn't even make a move, and the secret realm creatures in the domain were directly killed. Lin Moyu could tell that the souls of these secret realm creatures had been frozen to death. The law of Tianyan is a kind of attack law at the soul level, which is weird and powerful. Zhao Li also made a move. His law of blazing flames is actually very strong, but he was unlucky at the beginning, and encountered creatures in the secret realm who were extremely immune to the law of fire. Forcibly restrained, Lin Moyu just led the way in front and didn't do anything again. He didn't want to go over and steal the limelight from these people. Flying all the way for thousands of kilometers, the four of them finally sensed the location of the law and the stars, as well as the breath of the devil. Xuanxuan exclaimed, "It's really the law of stars." Jiang Feiyan took a look at Lin Moyu. Junior brother Lin's sensitivity is really strong. Sensing the stars of the law thousands of kilometers away from him, Lin Moyu's sensing power far surpasses them. This also shows from the side that Lin Moyu's soul is very powerful. Zhao Li said coldly, "It's lucky that you got it right." From the very beginning, Zhao Li had a problem with Lin Moyu and never gave him a good look. Lin Moyu glanced at him lightly, "Be careful when you speak." Zhao Li sneered, "I just talk like that, is there a problem?" Lin Moyu shook his head lightly and stopped talking. "Here, he will not fight Zhao Li. If you want to make a move, you have to go to the arena. A life and death battle will not only shut him up, but also gain points from him. Doing it now not only violates the regulations, but also has no benefits and is unnecessary." Zhao Li thought Lin Moyu flinched, and chuckled, "Coward." Lin Moyu said calmly, "After we go back, let's go to the ring." Zhao Li laughed loudly, "I'm just waiting for your words. I'm afraid that you won't agree, but I always have to gamble on something when I go to the ring." Lin Moyu said, "Just bet on your points." Zhao laughed even louder, "Can you afford to bet on how many points a mere 6th level super god can get?" Although Lin Moyu only has the 6th level of super gods and has not yet entered the big world, his points are definitely more than most super gods. Even some true gods may not have as many points as him. Seeing Gu Qingxuan's distressed appearance at that time, even 100 points, most of the super gods here are poor ghosts. Lin Moyu said, "You will know how many points you have when the time comes. You should prepare more, and don't take out too few points to be ashamed." Zhao Li snorted, "I will bet with you as many points as you have, don't regret it." Lin Moyu was still calm and calm. "That's it, after we go back, let's take a walk in the Emperor's arena, and a few senior brothers and sisters will give us a witness." Jiang Feiyan didn't think it was a big deal to watch the excitement, so he immediately agreed. Xuanxuan didn't like Zhao Li either, and waved his small fist, "I believe you can win." For some reason, she has confidence in Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu smiled and said he would definitely win. Quote, "Only Chia Man didn't speak. He didn't want to offend either side, so neither side supported it. Whether it is Lin Moyu or Zhao Li, to him, they are just strangers meeting for the first time." Lin Moyu frowned suddenly. Why did they speed up? In his induction, the demon suddenly accelerated, several times faster than before, and rushed towards the law of stars. The demons originally had an advantage over them, and were closer to the law and stars. Now that they accelerate again, that advantage becomes even more obvious. Not only Lin Moyu sensed it, but the others also sensed it. Xuanxuan shouted, "Then let's speed up too." Jiang Feiyan shook his head, "It's too late." Jia Man said in a deep voice, "Why don't I try it, and you guys help me cut off the back?" His sharp gold law is unstoppable and suitable for charging. But he wasn't sure either. Jiang Feiyan's lightning law allows for rapid movement within the area covered by the law domain. But on the long-distance rush, it does not have an advantage. Not to mention Zhao Li, his blazing law is not suitable for rushing at all. Lin Moyu estimated that he is now about 2,000 kilometers away from the law of the stars. 2,000 kilometers, of course, will not take long in the outside world, but here, there are laws everywhere, and the laws have formed a large number of barriers. There are still a large number of creatures in the secret realm blocking him, and the speed cannot be increased at all. 2,000 kilometers is actually not short. Moreover, the law and the stars are still moving away, and it will take longer for them. The demons are less than 500 kilometers away from the law and stars, which is much closer than them. Chasing at the normal speed, according to the law, the stars must fall into the demons' hands first. Lin Moyu said, "I'll take a step first, and you guys will follow." As he spoke, he unfolded the undead wings with a bang, and the undead wings made a crisp flapping sound behind him. The fine white bones make people feel hairy when they look at them. The soul force rolled, and the wings of the undead slapped fiercely. Lin Moyu drew a stream of light in the sky and rushed straight away. The speed is so fast that people are shocked. They saw with their own eyes that Lin Moyu did not dodge or dodge, and directly broke the law blocking the road. The roar continued, and the law in the secret realm was smashed by Lin Moyu, causing a violent explosion. Behind Lin Moyu is the secret space that is in chaos. But he didn't care about anything else at this time. Sparks and lightning along the way flew away. How can it be so fast? Not only fast, but also very strong. All the laws on the road were smashed by him. It's not just the law, he even ignores the creatures in the secret realm. Jiang Feiyan chuckled. Unexpectedly, we became a burden. Jiang Feiyan's self-deprecating words once again hurt Zhao Li's weak heart. He recalled his hundreds of years of life, since he started to practice. When he was still an ordinary person, he was called a genius by the people around him. No matter on which occasion, as long as there is his place, he is the most shining star. Even after becoming a super god, his name is still not small in some nearby galaxies. The name of genius resounds through the stars. The success from childhood to adulthood made him a little proud, even pretentious. He believes that he can enter the city of gods, and eventually become a god, and even surpass the god. Although he didn't say anything about this operation, the arrogance in his heart made him feel that he should be the leader of this operation. But after entering the secret realm, Lin Moyu acted on his own first, without asking him at all. This made him feel aggrieved. This is the first time he has such emotions. He is eager to prove himself, and at the same time he wants to try his best to deny Lin Moyu. He didn't believe that Lin Mo's O2 language could sense the law and stars at all, and he didn't believe what Lin Moyu said. In the end, he ran into a wall again, and met a creature in the secret realm with similar attributes to himself. After fighting for a long time, he couldn't kill him, and finally he was directly killed by Lin Moyu. If it was replaced by a secret realm creature with other attributes, he would be able to instantly kill it. Later, things developed to the side he didn't want to see, and Lin Moyu actually sensed the law and stars. Luck or not, that's how it is. He couldn't accept it even more, and his lungs were about to explode. Fortunately, Lin Moyu agreed to fight him in the ring after returning home. He will let Lin Moyu know who is the real genius. But now, Jiang Feiyan's words stimulated him again. Burden. Who is the burden? It is impossible for me to become a burden, not in the past, and not in the future. Zhao Li's eyes burst into flames, he roared fiercely, and rushed in the direction of Lin Moyu. Jiang Feiyan stared at him blankly. Is this guy crazy? Xuanxuan blinked his big eyes, but also looked blankly. He doesn't seem normal. Only Chia Man saw it most clearly, probably guessed why Zhao Li behaved like this, and couldn't help shaking his head. Let's go, let's follow quickly. Zhao Li is like a crazy flame lion, rushing crazily in the secret realm like a shooting star. The commotion he caused was bigger than that of Lin Moyu, and he immediately attracted the attention of more creatures in the secret realm. Many creatures from the secret realm swooped in and regarded Zhao Wan as their enemy. Zhao Li expanded the field of law, killing and killing. Creatures in the secret realm are all composed of certain laws, among which the law of fire is not a minority. Zhao Li couldn't kill them quickly, and soon fell into siege. A sharp sword light flew from behind, and at the same time, thunder and lightning flashed, and quickly eliminated some fire-type secret realm creatures besieging Zhao Li. Zhao Li, why are you crazy? What if the creatures from the secret realm of the true god realm are summoned? Jiang Feiyan snorted coldly. She couldn't understand Zhao Li's actions at all. By doing so, Zhao Li provoked a large number of creatures from the secret realm, and if he provoked those from the real God realm, they would be in big trouble. Jia Man also said in a deep voice, "Zhao Li, calm down." Zhao Li snorted, "I'm very calm, hurry up and kill him." As he spoke, he headed towards Facia again. Look at his imposing manner, his eyes are burning, there is no sign of calmness. Xuanxuan held the snacks in his hand and said while eating, "This guy seems to be dazzled by anger." Jiang Feian smiled coquettishly, "I think it's more about jealousy." Jia Man sighed softly, he didn't like Zhao Li's approach either, but now, the task is important. Moreover, they were both human races, so they couldn't watch Zhao Li being besieged without taking action. The three of them felt a little helpless in their eyes. How could such a good mission turn into what it is now? They couldn't blame Lin Moyu. From the beginning to the end, Lin Moyu never said a word, let alone did anything. Only blame, Zhao Li is too narrow-minded. Lin Moyu rode undead wings and pushed his speed to the limit, ignoring the laws along the way. In the blink of an eye, a group of secret realm creatures appeared behind him. But the speed of these creatures in the secret realm was obviously not as fast as Lin Moyu. Seeing that they couldn't catch up, they gave up chasing them one after another. There are also more persistent ones who have been chasing and killing Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu dragged them, non-stop rush to the law of the stars. The demons also seemed to sense the breath of Lin Moyu and others, and accelerated their speed again. The two sides are now competing with who can get the law and stars faster. Once you get the law and stars, you will have a considerable advantage. Finally, the law stars appeared in sight. This is a law star shining with blue light, and it seems that there are ocean waves rolling on it. From a distance, it looks like a water polo. Lin Moyu was slightly surprised. How come there is life in the law and stars? Lin Moyu's breath of life was too sensitive, and he immediately sensed the breath of life in Lord Deshan. Although the breath of life is weak, there is only a trace, but it is extremely firm. This is the life breath of Lord Yiyu. God Lord Yiyu is still alive, not dead. Lin Moyu felt a chill in his heart. Unexpectedly, Lord Yiyu, who had turned into lawful stars, did not die completely, but left a glimmer of life for himself. It's no wonder that we must take back the law and stars. God Yiyu can still be saved, maybe he can be saved. Lin Moyu probably guessed the real purpose of this mission. The real purpose is not to retrieve the laws and stars, but to bring back the last hope of Lord Yiyu. The deity cannot be lost casually, and the fall of the deity is not a trivial matter for the human race. The purpose of the demons is also clear, to snatch the stars of the law and prevent the resurrection of Yiyu. The laws of the stars flashed with blue brilliance, dragging out a long strip of light in the sky. Lin Moyu is rapidly approaching along the light belt. On the other side, the demons also approached the law star. Lin Moyu saw one of the demons, and a small black sword appeared in the crowd. This small sword was full of destructive power, which gave him a very bad feeling. If this small sword were to hit the law star, it would be enough to wipe out the last chance of God Yiyu's life. At this time, the demon is less than 10,000 meters away from the law and stars, and the small black sword is shining. The demon looked at Lin Moyu with cruel and bloodthirsty eyes. It is a demon with 3 pairs of wings, large, medium and small, on its back, a 6-winged demon. The 6-winged demon has 3 pairs of wings and can control 3 laws. It is a very powerful branch of the demon family. They are bloodthirsty and cruel. You're too late. The 6-winged demon grinned. Seeing that the little sword was about to fly out, if the little sword hit the law star, Lord Yiyu would be dead. Lin Moyu gave a light drink, his whole body sparkling. Planetary level spell, Julie. Haven't used this spell for a long time. Ever since Lin Moyu reached half-step super god, the fights that required him to do it himself have almost disappeared. He also almost couldn't remember what it was like to swing a sword by himself. As various spells became stronger and stronger, he really didn't need to do it himself. Even if he moves his hands, he is not necessarily stronger than the skeleton god general. The technique of cohesive force does not completely lose the necessity of existence. At some point, it can still play a role, such as now. Gathering power, fusion rate 99%, consume the power of the soul, gather the power of the summoned object, inherit all the skills of the summoned object, and the attributes after using the skills are only limited by the user's own soul level. When you are in the state of concentration, killing the enemy can harvest the enemy's soul, supplement your own soul consumption, and improve your own soul level. Lin Moyu's attributes were raised to the limit in an instant. After the super god level, no longer pay attention to attributes, but more about laws. The basic attribute is only an auxiliary existence, and almost no one pays attention to it. It can exist, and it must have its function. After the attributes were improved, Lin Moyu felt that his strength and speed had greatly improved. The only thing that hasn't changed is the mental power. The mental power is originally unlimited, and it is always at the peak state, and it is normal that there is no change. The most important thing is the power-gathering skill, which inherits all the skills of the summoned object. The soul force set off a stormy wave and rushed into the wings of the dead, and the speed accelerated again. At the same time, the continuous charge technique was launched. Lin Moyu disappeared in an instant, and his speed was reaching the limit, as if teleporting. At this moment, the six-winged demon grinned fiercely, and shot out a small jet-black sword full of destructive power. The small sword turned into a black horn and shot at the stars of the law. "It's over," the six-winged demon sneered. The other demons around it also laughed cruelly, opening their mouths one by one, revealing their sharp teeth. Their task is to find the Law Star, and then use this destroyer demon sword to completely destroy the glimmer of life in the Law Star. The devil doesn't value the laws and stars, but it will never give Yi the chance to revive. Of course, the laws and stars should also be brought back, which is also their task. With a black horn, the destruction demon's sword traveled through a distance of 10,000 meters and stabbed at the stars of the law. The blue light on the law stars is shining, and the law is surging, interweaving layers of defense. But it couldn't block the destruction demon's sword, and the defense was instantly shattered. At the moment when the demon's sword of destruction was about to pierce the stars of the law, a hand as white as jade grasped the demon's sword of destruction at the last moment. The demon's sword of destruction struggled frantically in Lin Moyu's hands, but to no avail. The laws on it are very strong. It should be said that the essence is very strong, and it has the property of destroying everything. The law of destruction. Lin Moyu's heart trembled slightly. The law of destruction is the law of the first echelon, and it is extremely powerful. It's a pity that the destruction demon's sword only contains a trace of the law of destruction, and it is rootless duckweed. Facing the law of immortality, which is also the first echelon law, it was finally obliterated by the law of immortality. The demon's sword of destruction stopped struggling, the aura of law on it had disappeared, and its color became dim. In the end, it turned into an ordinary small handle. This scene fell in the eyes of the six-winged demon, which made it widen its eyes in disbelief. Impossible, impossible. This is the demon's sword of destruction, the demon's sword of destruction possessing the law of destruction. How could you grasp it with your hands? Who are you? What method did you use? The six-winged demon roared loudly, its fur all over its body exploded, like a mad beast. Lin Moyu didn't pay attention to it. For the devil, it's a waste to say one more word. Turning around and pressing on the law star with one hand, I really felt a ray of life force in the law star. Not only vitality, but also some soul consciousness exists at the core of the law and stars. It is the soul consciousness of Lord Yi. Although it blew itself up, it also left a way out for itself, leaving a part of soul consciousness in the law and stars. He may believe that the strong in the human race have the ability to save himself. The law of immortality beats in Lin Moyu's palm, and the power of life is poured into the law stars continuously. The vitality and soul consciousness that were slightly sluggish suddenly became energetic like taking a stimulant. Lin Moyu clearly felt that a strong will was recovering. That was the will of Lord Yi. After he blew himself up, he didn't really die. Instead, he entrusted himself to the laws and stars and fell into a deep sleep. Now, stimulated by the power of life in the law of immortality, he wakes up. Thanks. Lord Yi's voice was a little old and heavy. Lin Moyu smiled slightly. Senior, take a rest first, Junior will take you home. Good. Without too much nonsense, Lord Yi fell into silence again. In his current state, it is not suitable for him to talk too much. Lin Moyu turned to look at Seraphim and the others. There are a total of 10 demons, all at the peak level of super gods, controlling the field of law. But to him, 10,100, it makes no difference. Double law field, open. Behind Lin Moyu rose strange gray and white stars. Beyond the stars, there are black killing rules. As soon as the law field opened, it was immediately enveloped within a radius of 100 meters. The expression of the six-winged demon changed drastically, and he shouted angrily, "Law field. All the demons opened the field of law at the same time, but they were shocked to find that their field of law was completely suppressed, and the coverage area was pitifully small. Lin Moyu's law field is too strong, originally the law of the first echelon, plus the killing law of the second echelon. Under the double effect, the power is increased several times. Unless the opponent is also in control of the first echelon law, otherwise they will only be crushed. The law of slaughter merged with the law of immortality, turning into a law dragon and roaring out. The demons fought hard, but to no avail. Their law domains were quickly breached, and each of them suffered heavy losses. Walk. The six-winged demon took out a magic stone and crushed it, and the whole action was very decisive. The other demons did the same. At this time, Lin Moyu tapped his finger, and the 100,000-meter-long eye of the dead Ling, Nuolas, opened, and the sky and the earth were filled with red light. Several demons who moved a little slower screamed, and their souls were wounded. The law dragons followed one after another and killed them instantly. The teleportation magic stone has been crushed, and the teleportation channel sucks their corpses away. The battle starts quickly and ends even faster. In barely 5 seconds, Lin Moyu ended the entire fight. Hold the law star with one hand, put away the law field, and look into the distance. After a while, Zhao Li and others finally arrived. They looked at Lin Moyu with a twinkle in their eyes. Zhao Li's eyes were full of disbelief. How did Lin Moyu get the law and stars? Jiang Feiyan asked, where are those demons? Killed 4 and escaped 6. Lin Moyu said lightly, as if he had done a trivial thing. Zhao Li snorted, it's fake, the devil at the peak of the super god is not so easy to kill. Believe it or not, it's time for us to go. Whether Zhao Li believed it or not, Lin Moyu completely ignored his thoughts. Even ignored the person. After returning, go to the arena and take away all his points. By the way, tell him that in the future, you should keep a low profile, and don't bluff if you don't have the strength. But it is time to leave now, and the few demons who fled back will inevitably tell the situation inside. The exit will soon be surrounded by demons. Zhao Li suddenly stopped Lin Moyu, and said in a deep voice, if according to what you said, some demons escaped, the entrance might be surrounded by demons now, shouldn't we discuss what to do? Lin Moyu glanced at him, go first, I will take the law and stars and go out from the entrance of the secret realm. The person holding the law star cannot use the teleportation card to leave. It can only be returned from the exit of the secret realm. Zhao Li didn't even think about it, and said directly, why should we go first? The person holding the law and stars must be the most credited among the crowd. Although it is true that Lin Moyu got the law and stars, Zhao Li does not admit it. Hatred blinded his eyes and made him lose his mind. How could Lin Moyu not know what he was thinking? Then you go with the law and stars, and we leave. You. Zhao Li choked suddenly. Holding the law of stars is definitely the most dangerous one. Maybe they will be bombarded and killed as soon as they leave the secret realm. It's not as safe as they leave now. If you're timid, don't talk nonsense. If you want to go, go quickly. If you don't go you may not be able to go. Lin Moyu sneered disdainfully. Zhao Li may have a little talent in cultivation, but his IQ is really not online. Xuanxuan was a little worried, will you be in danger? I can protect myself. There was firmness in Lin Moyu's voice. Jiang Feiyan thought for a while, why don't we all stay and take care of each other? Xuanxuan also said, yeah, at least we have 5 people, and the strength of the number of people is great. Lin Moyu immediately denied her thoughts, no, it's easier for me to deal with it alone. According to what the domain owner said, you go first. Lin Moyu didn't tell them that even if he faced the 6th level of the true god, he still had a chance to escape. They will only be a burden to themselves if they stay. Jia Man looked at Lin Moyu, junior brother Lin, are you sure you want to go alone with the law and stars? Lin Moyu nodded, sure, if you don't leave, it may be really hard to leave. Seeing Lin Moyu's resoluteness, several people no longer hesitated, and activated the teleportation cards one after another to leave. Lin Moyu knew that by the time he left the secret realm with the law and stars, the demons must have prepared their nets. It might be difficult to escape by yourself, but it is not impossible. If the King of Gods doesn't make a move, he will leave with hope. But if it was Jiang Feiyan and the others, there would be no hope in all likelihood. And Lin Moyu believes that Zhu Tian will definitely have a corresponding strategy, and will judge what happened in the secret realm based on the reactions of the demons. In addition, when Jiang Feiyan and the others left, they could also bring back the situation inside. All I have to do now is wait for a while before leaving. Allow enough time for Zhu Qian to respond. Lin Moyu looked around the secret realm. Anyway, it will take some time, so let's see what's in this secret realm. When entering the secret realm, Lin Moyu felt a little strange. The laws in this secret realm are too rich. There are all kinds of laws, and they are all the elemental laws of the third echelon. None of the other laws exist. Each law forms a kind of secret creature, and the combat power of the secret creature is not bad, basically concentrated between the 8th and 9th ranks of super gods. According to the information, the creatures in the secret realm of the true god realm have never been seen before. Kill the creatures in the secret realm, and they will become laws again, return to the secret realm world, and can be reborn and reappear after a period of time. This situation reminded Lin Moyu of the situation in the small world. The whole small world seems to be like this. Monsters can be reborn continuously, and they can't be killed. This is especially the case in copies. But now it is a secret realm in the big world, not a copy in the small world. It's just that the similar mechanism of the two makes Lin Moyu curious. Occasionally, or for some other reason, Lin Moyu thought in his heart, wanting to find out. Also find an exit. The entrance and exit of the secret realm are not the same place. ACDJ, with a move in his heart, the undead army appeared wrapped in a dark wind, and ran towards all directions. Millions of undead core galloped and raided in the secret realm. The situation in the secret realm turned into a detailed map, which appeared in Lin Moyu's mind. The whole secret place is circular, with a diameter of about 10,000 kilometers. There are no high mountains, only a few low slopes. There are no waterways and rivers, and it is almost a vast plain. There are many creatures in the secret realm, and it is said that they are creatures, but they are not all creatures. The body is composed of laws, possessing the strength of the 8th or 9th order of super gods. Has a weak soul consciousness, no ability to think, almost only instinct. In the face of the undead army, the secret realm creatures formed by these laws have almost no power to fight back. Soon, the exit was found. There is more than one exit of the secret realm, they are distributed in various locations of the secret realm. Corresponding to each location of the entrance to the secret realm, Lin Moyu doesn't know which location he will appear in after going out. After all, the entrance to the secret realm is too large to judge. Lin Moyu didn't leave the secret realm immediately. It has been a while since Jiang Feian and others left, and the demons must have surrounded the entrance of the secret realm. Whether Zhu Qian and the others took corresponding countermeasures, Lin Moyu didn't know. So Lin Moyu decided to wait and give Zhu Qian a little more time, so that he would be safer. Finally, in the area close to the center of the secret realm, the undead army encountered the secret realm creatures of the true god realm. The closer to the center of this secret realm, the stronger the law of elements. The more intense element law gave birth to the creatures of the true god realm. Demons usually use this secret realm to train troops, and it is estimated that they will rarely hit the center. After all, those who come in are all in the super god realm, and facing the creatures of the true god realm, the casualties will be great. The facts are similar to what Lin Moyu thought. The demons use this secret place to train soldiers, and it is indeed just to gain some combat experience. It didn't go to provoke the creatures in the central area, the real god realm. Lin Moyu is different from demons, he not only provokes, but also intends to kill the souls of the real gods. Not for anything else, because he gained some benefits after killing the first true god realm creature. A red stone the size of a finger exudes the breath of flames. Raw stone of flame law, a stone with the power of law, which can be used to refine utensils and comprehend the law, which is very valuable. This harvest lifted Lin Moyu's spirits. Even the detection technique is said to be valuable, so it must be very valuable. No one thinks too many points, and Lin Moyu is no exception. Anyway, I am idle now, so I might as well get some rough stones. The undead army regrouped and became 360,000 skeleton generals and 50,000 death dragon knights. The 6th level of super god, carrying 1% of the law of immortality, the death dragon knight has the combat power equivalent to the 1st level of true god. The combat power of the skeleton god general has been raised to the 2nd level of the true god. The army of the undead officially fought against the creatures of the true god realm in the center of the secret realm. Lin Moyu discovered that these creatures in the true god realm have no other abilities except their realm and strength. In Lin Moyu's view, it is inferior to the weakest true god realm practitioner. Facing the army of undead, these secret realm creatures were harvested mercilessly like leeks. Laws roared in the secret realm, various laws intertwined and exploded, mushroom clouds rose up one after another, and the earth shook non-stop, as if the end of the world was coming. The mushroom cloud is not necessarily flame, it may be ice, or it may be lightning. The undead army fought back and forth in various laws, beheading the creatures in the secret realm one by one. Lin Moyu has harvested a lot of rough law stones, each of which is only the size of a finger, and because of the different laws contained inside, it presents a variety of shapes. Lin Moyu doesn't understand, these rough stones are nothing more than that. In essence, it seems to be no different from spark gold or the like. Why is it considered by the detection technique to be of great value? The detection technique is very rigorous, and the meanings represented by these 4 characters are unusual. Maybe there is something in it that I don't understand, so I can only go back and ask. There is still too little understanding of the big world, and my own knowledge is still too shallow. Whether it's a small world or a big world, Lin Moyu always feels that he doesn't know enough. That's why he had endless questions when he faced Antares. The creatures in the secret realm couldn't stop the undead army at all, and the leader of the undead army drove straight in, all the way to the very center of the secret realm. Lin Moyu held the law star in his hand, followed the undead army into the center of the secret realm, and saw a magical picture. A stone more than 2 meters high stands at the center of the secret realm. It has countless edges and corners, like a hedgehog, exuding thousands of colors. Every color is a law. The laws formed a colorful cloud above it, and various elemental laws were brewing in the colorful cloud, so many that Lin Moyu couldn't count them. These laws collided in the colorful clouds, continuously bursting out fierce energy. The roar never stopped for a moment, and the law exploded one after another. The boulder vibrated in the explosion, and some fragments on the corners would be blown away. Seeing this scene, Lin Moyu finally understood. This is the root of the mystery. With a slight movement of the finger, the detection technique landed on the boulder. Raw elemental stone, a magical stone containing the laws of multiple elements, extremely rare and precious. Lin Moyu's eyes lit up with the 2 poles of the detection technique. It is extremely rare, extremely precious, and I never thought he could meet it here. He believes that absolutely no one from the demon clan has ever come here, otherwise the gods would have come here long ago to blow up the secret realm and take away the original elemental stones. In that case, I will not be polite. Lin Moyu immediately let the undead army rush over to seize the original stone of the element law. Just as the skeletons approached, the ground shook violently. The original stone of the law of elements suddenly left the ground automatically, and then all the law of elements in the air fell, surrounding the law of elements. A law giant composed of thousands of colors appeared in front of Lin Moyu. The original stone of the law of elements has become the heart of the giant of law, where it keeps beating, bursting out with powerful power of law. The power of the law giant is rising steadily, and the strange thing is that the various laws do not conflict, but are wonderfully integrated together. The breath of the law giant finally stabilized at the 5th level of the true god. Lin Moyu is a little depressed. The upper limit of the attack power of the skeleton general is only the 2nd level of the true god. If the law giant is only the 3rd level of the true god, he can still grind it a little bit. Take your time and try to grind each other down. But the 5th level of the true god. Then even if you stand still and let the skeleton god general hit him, you won't be able to hit him. The 5th level of the true god, a secret realm that only allows super gods to enter. How can there be a monster of the 5th level of the true god? It is really a bit of cheating. Lin Moyu sighed softly, and realized what he had just received. Fang Xingzong sent the corpse of the true god rank, the corpse of the 6th rank of the true god. As soon as Lin Moyu pointed, the red light filled the air. Curse of time strikes its soul, increasing damage. The law giant felt the pain, roared again and again, and slapped Lin Moyu with his palm. Dozens of elemental laws rioted at the same time, falling down like meteors. Lin Moyu ignored the attack, the soul-locking law giant. Planetary level spell, corpse burst. With a loud bang, the law giant collapsed on the spot. Its attack fell on Lin Moyu without even splashing a wave. Lin Moyu's immunity to elemental law attacks has reached an appalling level. The elemental damage is directly immune, and the elemental law reduces the damage by 40,000 times, and then it will be borne by all the undead army. 0 for flowers. According to Lin Moyu's estimate, if there is no 8th level true god, it is almost impossible to kill him. The law giant collapsed, and the huge elemental law stone fell down. The skeleton god flew to catch it immediately, and brought it back for Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu unceremoniously put away the original stone of the law of elements. It is extremely rare and precious. If so, then put it away carefully and go back to see how many points it is worth. The original stone of the law of elements was put away, the secret realm lost its support, and began to vibrate violently. The laws in the secret realm collapsed, and all the creatures in the secret realm wailed, and then collectively collapsed. Just 1 minute later, the secret realm completely collapsed in the violent shock. The picture in front of him changed, and the familiar aura came over his face. Lin Moyu found himself back in the big world. It is very quiet here, and the battle that was still happening when entering the secret realm disappeared at this moment. But Lin Moyu sensed danger. Lin Moyu reacted very quickly, took out the God Punishment Fortress, got into it, and then turned into a streamer and flew into the deep space. You can't go. Amidst the roar, a giant claw appeared, grabbing at Zhu Miracle Physician. The law of terror swept down and enveloped the God of Punishment Fortress. With the hands of the God King Realm demon, the God King Realm is too strong. No matter how Lin Moyu drives it, it is difficult to move the God Killing Fortress. Lin Moyu's heart skipped a beat, and he activated the God Killing Fortress. The God Killing Fortress unfolded in the air, changing from a flying state to a fortress state. The Galay Tower shone brightly, and a purple gold God Killing thunder reflected the starry sky. It's useless. The voice of the God King Realm demon rolled over. It was still tens of thousands of kilometers away, but the voice had already passed. In the next second, its huge body appeared like a teleportation. A gigantic one-horned demon is extremely ferocious, and its giant hands are trying to crush the God-killing fortress into pieces. The God Execution Fortress creaked, and countless cracks appeared. Lin Moyu's heart trembled. He didn't expect that the Jushin Fortress would be destroyed by the demons in the God King Realm before it could display its power in the big world. At this time, a beam of sword light shot from the starry sky, and the sword light turned into 10,000 meters of sword energy, smashing the law of the God King Realm demon with a bang. The giant hand collapsed. Lin Moyu did not hesitate to fly away again by turning the God of Execution Fortress into a tower. If you want to run, it's impossible. The one-horned demon punched out again. This time it wasn't arresting people, it was killing people. Under this punch, the Jushin Fortress will inevitably collapse, killing Shi together with Lin Moyu. The sword light flashed again, cutting off the giant fist of the one-horned demon. The aftermath shook, and the Jushin Fortress shook unceasingly, and it stopped in the starry sky less than a kilometer after flying out. No matter how much Lin Moyu urged him, he couldn't move anymore. A large number of cracks appeared on the core of Galata, and the law almost collapsed. Lin Moyu's mind is calm, Gujing is calm. The Jushin Fortress was damaged and could no longer be used. Knowing that he couldn't escape, he simply put away the God Punishment Fortress and pointed at the one-horned demon. Fusion spell, Curse of Time. Bold. The unicorn demon shouted violently as if he had been greatly insulted. It's too courageous for a mere 6th level super god to dare to make a move against a god king. The red light filled the air, and the Curse of Time fell. With a buzzing sound, the unicorn's voice stopped abruptly. In the next second, the one-horned demon yelled again, "Stinky boy, dare to attack me with Soul, 787. Lin Moyu knew that under the Curse of Time, although it couldn't hurt it, it must have hurt it a bit. The mere 6th level of Super God can actually make him feel pain, and the one-horned demon is even more furious. Good job. A thick voice came. Jianguang fell beside Lin Moyu, and a Taoist man in a green robe appeared. He pointed at the one-horned demon with his sword. I have always been very courageous in my human race, let alone hurt you, so what if I kick your head like a ball? The Taoist's voice was gentle, and his words were incomparably hearty, but also filled with murderous intent. Lin Moyu saw the Taoist's message. Name, Green Sword Taoist. Level, God King 8th rank. Lin Moyu shot at Taoist Qingjin. Thank you, Senior Qingjin, for your rescue. Taoist Qingjin laughed loudly. It doesn't matter whether you can save it or not, you have the laws and stars of Lord Yiyu in your hand. That's right, Lord Yiyu is still alive. Lin Moyu always held the law and the stars with one hand, never letting go. Taoist Qingjin smiled even more happily. That's right, what the master of the domain said is right, you are indeed a talented person. Let's go back, the old man will protect you, let's see who can do it. Taoist Qingjin pointed a finger, and a large number of sharp swords appeared around Lin Moyu. The green sword Taoist turned his sword lawfully and protected Lin Moyu. There is also a sword of law under Lin Moyu's feet, which becomes Lin Moyu's means of transportation, carrying him forward. You can't go. The one-horned demon roared angrily, and just as he was about to make a move, a beam of sword light rushed straight at him, forcing it back. Taoist Qingjin said coldly, "One-horned king, you can figure it out, my sword is not blunt." The one-horned demon roared angrily, "Although this king is not as good as you, it is fine to hold you back for a while. It seems that I still have to fight with you." Taoist Qingjin knows that if the one-horned demon is not dealt with, it may be difficult to escape this road. If you wait for other demons to come after you, you may be besieged. Doing nothing, Taoist Qingjin decided to stay here and get rid of the one-horned demon king. His fingertips flashed, and the law shook. A green sword rises from behind, and the green sword covers the sky and the earth, as if to cut off the starry sky. In front of the green sword, a shrunken version of the green sword Taoist sits firmly in it. In the field of soul and law are fused together. Use the soul to control the law to form a domain. In the field, I am the sky. The domain of Taoist Qingjin's soul law unfolded, and the scope of the domain directly covered the starry sky of tens of thousands of kilometers. Directly include Lin Unicorn Demon in it. The Unicorn Demon's face changed drastically, and he said in a trembling voice, "You have mastered the domain of soul law." Taoist Qingjin said softly, "Although I am immature, it is enough to kill you. The green sword is eternal, cut." There was a riot in the field of soul law, and the starlight shot from infinitely far away, turning into 10,000 green swords, and slashed at the one-horned demon. The one-horned demon let out a strange cry, his breath exploded, and a shrunken version of the one-horned demon rushed out of his body. Soul manifestation is the ultimate means in the realm of true gods, not as good as the realm of soul law. It obviously hasn't mastered the domain of soul law, so it can only use its soul body to fight against it. 10,000 demons Pentium. Its soul roared, and countless miniature one-horned demons rushed out to meet the green sword. At this time, it was terrified, and it never thought that Taoist King Jian had mastered the domain of soul law. Be aware that it will never stop. I just follow orders, and I don't want to risk my life. But until now, I can only work hard. Taoist Qingjin laughed softly, "You can stop the old man's Qingjin Eternal. I will kill you today." Countless blue swords fell, and the one-horned demon's myriad of demons collapsed on the spot. The one-horned demon trembled all over and swayed. Soul manifestation is powerful, but it also has shortcomings. That is, once injured, the soul is injured, which is extremely painful. The green sword was like rain, beheading the soul manifestation of the one-horned demon. Immediately afterwards, the green swords merged into one, turning into a terrifying giant sword tens of thousands of kilometers long, and slashed down on the head. Green sword eternal, slash. The one-horned demon let out a strange cry, slamming his own horn. Its figure disappeared instantly. The green sword also lost its target, cutting in the void, the law roared, and the starry sky shook violently. Taoist King Jian put away the soul law domain, and chuckled, "Even if it runs fast, once the horn is broken, it will not recover within 100 years, and the realm will drop by at least one level." The one-horned king's loss this time is not small. After finishing speaking, the adventurer took Lin Moyu to fly to the starry sky. Taoist Green Sword almost cut down the one-horned demon who was also in the God King realm with a strong sword. Lin Moyu also has a taste of the realm of soul law in the God King realm. Just being in the realm of soul law with him, they couldn't move at all. Taoist Qingjin didn't target him at all, that's all. If it is aimed at him, it only takes one thought, and he can be destroyed forever. Lin Moyu had some confidence in his own strength before, but now that he thinks about it, facing the God King realm, he is really nothing. But Lin Moyu did not lose confidence because of this, but aroused his fighting spirit. He will also reach the God King realm, but it is by no means his end. The two of them flew towards the territory of the human race like streamers. It is faster than Lin Moyu's ride on Jushan Fortress. Because of the laws of the stars, it is impossible to enter the subspace, so the speed is relatively slow, and it will take a while to return to the territory of the human race. "Are you afraid just now?" Taoist Qingjin asked. Lin Moyu shook his head. "There is nothing to be afraid of." "Haha, that's right, there's nothing to be afraid of. But you boy, you dare to attack the God King. You are the most courageous person I've ever met." Taoist Qingjin laughed extremely happily. He made no secret of his admiration for Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu asked, "Did Senior come here to pick me up?" Taoist Qingjin hummed, I am here to pick you up under the order of the master of the domain. Do you think it is strange why the one who came is not a god, but only an old guy like us who is a 6th-level god king? Lin Moyu shook his head. The master of the domain naturally has his arrangements. Taoist Qingjin laughed. Indeed, Lord Territory Lord is leading people and dragging demons. Although we can't send out gods, the same is true for demons. Suddenly Taoist Qingjin looked aside. There's another bastard coming over. Yinshan will take you out. Lin Moyu also felt the breath coming from afar, and another demon from the God King realm had arrived. Taoist Qingjin didn't even think about avoiding it, but took the initiative to meet him. He is incomparably domineering, and the sentence that the old man will take you to kill him is enough to explain it. Lin Moyu asked, Senior, how are my colleagues doing? Taoist King Jian said with a smile, they're fine. When they came out, the demons hadn't had time to act. They were picked up by the hermit battleship. The domain master also learned about your situation through them, so he changed some tactics, increased the offensive strength, and shifted the battlefield. Let the demon army have no time to worry about others. And then I sent the old man to pick you up. Only then did Lin Moyu know why the surroundings were so quiet when he came out. It turned out that Zhu Qian changed the battlefield. Taoist Qingjin continued, it's just that I'm a step late. Fortunately, you're fine. It is estimated that your sudden appearance caught the one-horned king guarding the secret realm by surprise. By the way, why did the entrance to the secret realm disappear? Did you do it too? Lin Moyu nodded, I destroyed this mystery. Taoist Qingjin looked at Lin Moyu in surprise, how did you destroy it? Lin Moyu said, I took away the origin of this secret realm. Taoist Qingjin twitched his eyebrows several times, you reached the core of the secret realm. There are true god-level creatures there. Lin Moyu said, well, I killed. Taoist Qingjin laughed loudly, well done, if my human race can produce more geniuses like you, let's see which race dares to invade. Okay, it's not in vain for the old man to come to pick you up, you deserve it. You are worth it, is an affirmation to Lin Moyu. In the next second, Taoist Qingjin opened the domain of soul law, facing the flying god-level demon, he swung his sword and slashed. The green sword is eternal, craftsman. Countless starlights shot out and turned into billions of green swords, cutting off the starry sky. The God King who was flying towards him let out an exclamation, and quickly backed away. It retreats fast, and the speed of the soul law field is even faster. The sword light instantly drowned it, and amidst the screams, the demon of the God King realm rushed back in a state of embarrassment. Taoist Qingjin didn't chase after him, and snorted coldly, any cat or dog dares to come. He took Lin Moyu and moved on. I'm dragging seniors down. Lin Moyu knew that if he hadn't been there, Taoist Green Sword would have caught up and beheaded the God King and demon. Taoist Qingjin shook his head, killing 1 or 2 God King realm demons won't help. It's better to revive God Yu. The gods are the backbone. Under the gods, everyone is cannon fodder. Taoist Qingjin said it very directly, under one sentence, everyone is cannon fodder. Concise and to the point. A super god like Lin Moyu is not even as good as cannon fodder. Lin Moyu asked curiously, what is above the god? Taoist King Jian glanced at Lin Moyu, and said with a smile, little guy, you have great ambitions. Lin Moyu nodded, I don't want to be a general's soldier, I'm not a good soldier. Taoist Qingjin nodded, that's right, if you don't want to be a cultivator of gods, you are not a qualified cultivator. Ambition is a good thing, but you don't need to know it yet. When you enter the city of God, you will know it later. Lin Moyu knew that it was another information blockade. There are rules in the human race, what kind of strength, you know what kind of things. If you don't have enough strength, you know too much, or you are too ambitious, or you will only increase your troubles and pressure. If you really want to know more, then practice hard and increase your authority, and you will know everything by then. Lin Moyu knew it well, so he stopped asking, but asked cheekily, Senior, can you tell this junior how to enter the city of God? Taoist Qingjin was very generous this time and did not hide anything. There are 4 ways to enter the city of God. 1 is to do missions, improve strength and authority. If both strength and authority reach the standard, you can enter the city of God. Most of them choose this path, but this path is not easy to walk. The most critical point, which is actually overlooked by people, is age. All tasks and strengths must be completed within the specified age, and if you exceed it, you will not be worthy. The second way is to take the army route and get enough military merit. As long as you have enough military merit, you can enter the city of God. There are not so many rules on this road, but it is very dangerous. There is no one in a million who can pass through. The third way is to join the Temple of War God. You have to ask the Temple of God of War for the specific rules. I don't know. The fourth way, let those adults in the city of God accept you as a disciple, and you can enter. Taoist Qingjin spoke extremely fast, and he explained all four ways in one go. None of the four roads is easy. The first path has the most people, but also the most restrictive rules, and it is the most troublesome. The second seems simple, there are no rules, and only military merit is required, but it is the most dangerous. Articles 3 and 4 do not belong to most of the routes that can be chosen. The Temple of War God is not just anyone who can come to join, the requirements are very high. The fourth path is not the choice of ordinary people. If you want the adults in the city of God to accept you as disciples, you will have to be lucky to achieve it, because it is unrealistic. Lin Moyu thought for a while, and he could walk the first and second routes by himself. Although the battlefield is dangerous, it is the best training for oneself. Compared with tasks with strong protection nature, Lin Moyu prefers the battlefield. Taoist King Jian saw Lin Moyu's thoughts. Let me give you a suggestion, don't take the first path. The first path is for ordinary people, not for geniuses like you. But don't join the Temple of War, don't label yourself so quickly. Lin Moyu asked, senior means let me go the second way, but don't join the army. Taoist Qingjin smiled happily, you are right, don't label yourself. Don't join the army, you can do missions, earn military merit, and then enter the city of God through military merit. Lin Moyu thought for a while. Elder Luo wanted me to join the Temple of War God before, but the domain master didn't agree. The domain master asked me to join the army, but Luo Lao didn't agree. Taoist Qingjin suddenly turned his head and looked. Old Luo you mentioned, is he called Luo Chankan? Yes. Lin Moyu nodded. Taoist Qingjin asked strangely, why did they do this? It seems that the master of the domain wants to recommend a master to me, and that master is from the city of God. Wow. Taoist Qingjin suddenly stopped. He looked Lin Moyu up and down, and after looking carefully for a long time, he said in a deep voice, just treat what I just said as farting, you are suitable to take the fourth path. Remember, there is nothing better than trying to be his disciple. Taoist Qingjin obviously knew the other party's identity, but he refused to say. The sentence, there is nothing better than this, is enough to explain the extraordinariness of that person. Lin Moyu was slightly disappointed. He asked these words for his own purpose. I just wanted to see if I could get some information about the situation in the city of God from the population of King Jian Dao, but it seemed that it still failed. It seems that I still have to find the answer by myself.